started with what eventually became Community Fresh Organics in 2009, and I just moved back home from LA and I had some health problems and I couldn't really live by myself anymore. And so I was really bored. I didn't really know anybody. Everybody had kind of moved away or was doing their own thing, and so I wasn't really going out too much, and was watching a lot of TV, and I saw kind of this green revolution that was happening before my eyes, and it was really only on a few channels, but there was a channel called Planet Green that was showcasing a lot of different kinds of sustainable technologies and people growing their own food, and they would show different like documentaries, food documentaries sometimes, and it was really inspiring to me, and I thought, you know, like if I had something to kind of put all my focus into and my passion into, and kind of that I could take my mind away from everything else that was going on in my life, and see how I could do something to basically give my life more purpose, and to kind of give me a reason to keep on going, and so I started, you know, with a few different ideas. First was started playing around with solar panels and stuff like that, and then I had an idea that if CO2 is the main problem of global warming and plants eat CO2, then why not make a system that's easy to grow plants? And so I started looking more into all that kind of stuff, and there was something called aquaponics, which was a system where fish live in water that's used to water plants, and that was really intriguing to me, and I wanted to try and do that myself, and I had a terrible time doing it. I killed pretty much all the fish. I felt terrible, and I was just like, I don't even know what to do with this whole thing. I spent all this money on it, and so I was like, alright, well, I'm just going to try it without the fish and just see what happens. And you know, I'd made it a little bit different than what I saw on TV, and I was using soil along with these clay pebbles called hydrogen, which they usually use by itself. And what I found was that it actually worked, and everything that I was reading was telling me basically that the plants would die because they were in stagnant water, and it would, you know, create all these bacteria problems. And I started to realize that not everybody on the internet is right, obviously, so you know, I just have to try things and see what works and see what doesn't work. And so it just became a really long research and development process, and eventually I came up with a way that I could just put seeds in soil and fill it up and basically let the plants do what they do, and kind of forget about them. And I seem to have the most success with that, because before that I really hadn't had much success with plants. Right now, my health is, it's better now than it was back then, a lot better, but I'm still not 100%, and I never actually got a diagnosis, and that's been an issue for me, you know, for about 10 years now. So eating healthy food and growing my own healthy food organically has actually helped me a lot with that. So.
Too.
Okay. I want to make these systems accessible to everybody. I want people who live in apartment buildings, who don't have a backyard, that are interested in growing food and don't have a space to do it. I want to give them a space to do it. You know, even if it's just a little, you know, 2 square feet in your kitchen. And I want it to basically be anybody who's interested in this, and anybody who craves that kind of connection to their food, and who realizes that there's a lot that goes into us just living every day, and there's a lot of work that goes into our food, our water, everything like that. And when you have that kind of connection, it makes you so much more appreciative and thankful and grateful for everything that goes into what life is. And I think being able to give that kind of spark to somebody, even if it's not going to happen for 100 people and happens just for one, I think that's worth it. Yeah, we're giving people green thumbs.